everybody, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so happy to be here. I came in to do a grace card reading, a daily. Today here at the Lair, it is a Saturday. It is Saturday, keep wanting to say May, man. June 4th, 2022. Hope you manifested a wonderfully productive and peaceful day for you here in the United States. Happy weekend. And for all my friends who are not in the United States, happy day, happy night, whatever it is. Okay, I did a really extreme job of shuffling this grace card deck, and let's just cut it one time and get started. Hey Kay, I'm so happy to be here. I've been working all day on little stuff, little extra physical therapy, so I'm feeling pretty juiced up. All right, let's see. The first card we're gonna pull, you know the drill, is governing that Libra energy, that one-on-one communication. Let's see what the grace cards have to say about that, about how we can, you know, get the most out of our interactions with other people. Ooh, I got one that's just going, hello, come to me. All right, kids. Okay, and this is a hard one. No, I'm kidding. Silence. Oh, I forget. I can do this here. Silence. Be still. A daily practice of silence bears gifts. A heightened sensitivity to beauty, deep inner peace, and a profound feeling of connectedness to all living things, which is really what we need. Faux show, you know, like, oh my gosh, where we've put ourselves with technology is is pretty extreme. I'm gonna just tell you that. We are not virtual creatures, and we very much of the time live in a virtual world. I mean, you know, we consider our friends, you know, communicated to when we pop in, excuse me, on Facebook. It's like, okay, yeah, guess what? We need to be connected to the earth, to the living things, to the sky, to the breeze, to the birds, to all the other animals, to all the plants. That's our family. That's our family. And you know, how often do we go through our day with blinders on, just trying to get stuff done, trying to get stuff done, and we're missing the beauty, you know, so focused on what's not going right or what we got to get done tomorrow, and what's happened on the news and this and that and this and that. And it's like, gosh, you know what? A little bit of silent time in your world, it will help you attune to nature, which is beautiful, and to the beauty of the synchronicity of how everything just operates for us every single day. The sun up, the sun down, you know, the wind that blows the leaves open in the spring and blows the leaves off the tree in the fall. All of that stuff, that's the artwork that we, oh gosh, have trained ourselves not to focus on, you know? And I think that they're right. I think that that's our answer, is to shut off the noise, treat ourselves well, love ourselves enough to understand how important it is to get some silent time, okay? So do that for yourself. So what that has to do with interacting with others, I don't know, man. Maybe just turn off the phone once in a while and get yourself silent. Maybe it's not always so important to have a ready answer, ready response. Maybe sometimes it's a very valuable thing to keep quiet and allow another person to communicate to us. Maybe that's it, you know how we do, even in conversation, or especially in conversation, how we line up responses, you know, to what we think they're saying. But how can we know what they're saying if we're busy in our heads deciding what we're already going to say in response? Okay. I know, man, this is one of my pet peeves, and I'm like a main offender, but it's true. So maybe we should shut it, you know, when we're trying to communicate with others, so we can really hear them, especially, you know, like in a Mercury retrograde, because you know how it goes. You can try and be as specific as you want to be. You think you're being as clear as a bell, and you're still going to get misunderstood, okay? So it's just that time, you know, even though Mercury went, you know, forward on somewhere around the second, we're still in some weird dragging communication. So, you know, in general, maybe it is better if we kind of honor silence when we are trying to communicate with others so that we can really communicate, you know? Okay, so I'm gonna move on here. Let's go tongue-tied and twisted, the way I like to be. I love the Dave Matthews Band, man. Okay, next card is for you, the viewer. Let's see what the Grace cards have to tell you for your personal journey. Let's see what the reflection is today. Okay, and I got to light some sage a while ago. I've had traffic, a lot of traffic, because the house is getting some work done, and so I finally got a little time to myself to light some sage and clear the vibes and have a little bit of fun with you guys. Illumination. Ooh, I wanted to show you a couple of cards. Let me think if I can think of them, and I will show them to you. Illumination, just because the artwork's so amazing. One was shine, and there was another one. I'll think of it. Believe in the power of grace. Okay. When we least expect it, a new door will open and the light of grace will illuminate our next step. You know, and I'm telling you, that's partly the silence thing. You know, if you can learn to silence your own mind, to stop conjecturing, stop, you know, projecting, stop formulating, stop, you know, imagining for just a second. Let grace illuminate your path. You don't have to figure everything out. And you can't. So why are you trying? Yeah, I don't know. That's what humans do. But let me tell you something. There's something to that. The way to have illumination show up in your life is to go silent. Silent in here. Silent in here. Let Source tell you what Source wants you to know. Let your life unfold organically instead of trying to put all these things into place. Let them do their own thing. Everything's vibratory. All these motions, all these events, all these occurrences, all these things, the stuff, all of it's on a vibratory situation. All of it vibrates with life. You know? It wants to go where it wants to go if we would just get our hands off of it and stop messing with it and let it be and let it unfold. That's the true information. That's the true situation. You know, that's the stuff with which we can really work. Okay? So, yeah, it's easier said than done, I think, sometimes to believe in the power of grace, to believe that you're being led to the right spot. However, that's what your intuition is for. And how do we trust our intuition? We get to know ourselves, get to trust ourselves, get to love ourselves. Then it's a lot easier to trust those little inklings. It's a lot easier to stop dogmating everything. I don't even know if that's a word, but you know what I mean? Stop trying to crack the whip on our own stuff, because it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Just let it be, man. Oh, and please, I know, I'm asking the impossible, but really it's not impossible. Trust Source. Trust yourself. Give yourself that silent time so that Source can come. You know where Source comes from? You know, the modality is intuition. How are we going to be able to hear intuition or Source through intuition if we're constantly chattering and trying to tell ourselves what to do? That's the brain. La 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 la. I'm programming. Let your mind take control. Your mind is connected to that wise inner being that I guess some people call it spirit or soul or whatever it is, but we have a wise self that will always choose the option that is best for our personal evolution on this planet. If we can learn to not let our brain chatter over our mind if we can learn to allow our mind to overview the brain until the brain stop looping, stop going into old programming, stop thinking in the future, stop thinking in the past. Let me be in now because I want to create my tomorrow. That's mind work, that's soul work, that's spirit work, that's higher self work. And that's where the illumination comes from. That's when you get illumination in your life. That's when you feel like, I can trust this inspiration. I can trust this inkling. Because I've spent time with Source. I have a communication with Source. I have a direct line to Source. All I got to do is stop the chatter. You know? And it's not easy. I ain't playing. It's not easy. I don't know what that was, but it wasn't Tilly. I don't know. Tilly took off last night, and she's out there boondogging around. It's a weekend, so hopefully she'll come back tonight, and we'll all have supper together. But look, there are your two cards du jour. Silence and imagination. I mean, illumination. I got imagination on the brain. Okay, silence. Give yourself that joy, that gift, that oh my gosh, it's such a nourishment for us. And it clears the decks so that illumination can come into our world, so that Source can give us information through our intuition. Okay? And that will cause an illumination in your world. Direction, momentum, you know, that's divinity right there. That's magic right there. You know, and just because you might not believe in magic doesn't mean magic's not existent. Doesn't mean it's not working for you. So, like they say, believe in the power of grace. That's what grace is. It's that magical aspect of life. It's that magical aspect of self that allows us, you know, to control our own reactions and stay centered, keep ourselves well. All of that, as Desna says. So look, thank you for being here. I am so happy you're here. I appreciate you so much. If you are not subscribed, please think of subscribing. And if you like the video, please hit the thumbs up for me. And if you care to share the video, I'd be very proud that you would do that. Thank you so much again. And I want you to keep yourselves well. If you're here in the United States, it's a big weekend. Please slow down out there and be considerate of the other person, because you're really doing yourself a favor when you do that. It will carry, it will domino, and you'll get that same courtesy back when you need it and when you least expect it. Okay? All right, I'll see you soon. Take care.